Welcome to our part 7 of the series of acupuncture treatment. In this video, we are going to discuss about Yin and Yang and acupuncture. The ancient Chinese considered harmony to be the goal of our lives as individuals and also as a society. When harmony is disturbed in our physical and emotional lives, it is restored by the use of acupuncture. Harmony is a continuous balancing act between opposites in color, in energy, in actions, etc. This idea of opposites is seen even in the West, with such ideas as positive and negative ions in chemistry and physics. The Chinese denote the opposite ends of each idea as Yin and Yang. They are not opposed to each other, but are the ultimate in each direction. For example, rest is Yin and exercise is Yang, or Yin is cold winter and Yang is hot summer. Life would not be in balance if it were entirely exercise or entirely rest, and so balance of Yin and Yang produces harmony. Notice that Yang is the active, warm, excitable, aggressive side, whereas the corresponding opposite Yin is restful, cool, calming, and passive. Acupuncture is concerned with the optimal flow of the energy QI. Harmony is disturbed by lack of balance, and a lack of balance will constrict or overemphasize the flow of QI at various points in the body. Very important. The acupuncture practitioner has 4 sets of diagnostic features, each of which have a Yin end and a Yang end. 3 of these are specific: hot and cold, interior and exterior, and excess and deficiency. For example, someone who spends all of his time inside eating sweets has at least 2 imbalances that can be noted by the acupuncture practitioner. There is also a 4th general set in the acupuncture diagnosis that are not covered by the first 3. For example, an unusually passive person. A harmonious personality should have a balance between aggressiveness and passivity, each at the appropriate times. It may be surprising that the treatment of acupuncture takes mental and emotional states into account, but the goal of acupuncture is to restore harmony to the whole person. A number of imbalances may not have caused a physical health problem, but rather such symptoms as strife within the family, a tendency to cry easily, or other social emotional symptoms. These are strong indicators and also need to be addressed. The goal of this is to restore harmony and redirect QI energy to its normal flow. This energy is active and always moving, and hence has Yang qualities. So, if you were an acupuncture practitioner and had a client who noticed they were being unusually aggressive and angry lately, you would suspect a build-up in energy at some organ in the body. Whereas, if someone were depressed and lifeless, that would be an indication of a deficiency of energy at some organ or organs in the body. This, along with a diagnosis of physical symptom, would give the best acupuncture treatment to address this. Now we discuss about Panic Away program. This is for anyone who has ever felt the terrifying grip of a panic attack. For anyone who feels like the only person in the world facing the scary bodily sensation of anxiety. For anyone who has ever sat with others and feared that the panic could force you to exit quickly, feeling embarrassed or ashamed. The approach here is very unorthodox. It developed from my own personal experience ending an anxiety disorder many years ago. Now, for anyone who has anxious thoughts and feelings that you cannot share with anyone else. Here, I should dispel some of the myths you may have read about anxiety. You might have heard people say things like, anxiety or panic is a mental illness. Once you have an anxiety problem, you will have it forever. You have to take medication to end an anxiety problem. People with anxiety should just try harder to snap out of it. None of this are true. Let me first give you my opinion on the current treatments for anxiety. First of all, I find almost 95% of the information and advice out there on treating anxiety to be at best ineffective and at worst harmful to people who want to end their anxiety problem. People are not being taught how to empower themselves and their problems. Instead, they are taught ineffective coping tools and exercise to muddle through and get on with it. No one gets results for people, they get the results for themselves. It is the people who apply the program and do the work that deserve the praise. So what is my solution? It is actually quite simple, but it takes a few reads to get your head around it and then apply it. In essence, people should know how to stop struggling with anxiety, to stop resisting it, and to transform it. To read more on this subject, please visit the website, link of which is given below in the description area, that is http://captureideas.com/panicaway/. This concludes the part 7 of the video series. In our next video, we deal with how to find an acupuncture practitioner